solution, we have the cross. So we're going to do the same thing, except we're not going to have to graph. So in my opinion, we're going to save some time. Because you're going to get some equations that are just nasty. You don't want to solve for y equals mx plus b. You just want to do something algebraically and solve it. Does everybody here remember substitution and elimination a little bit? Yeah? All right. So if we get through some examples, I have a little activity that we can do. Okay, so let's go through the first example here. So when we are trying to solve a system of equations by substitution, we want to get a variable by itself and then plug it back into the other equation. Correct? Mm-hmm. What equation do you think we should work with if we are trying to solve the bottom one? What variable do we want to solve for? X. Does it matter? No. So how do we solve for X? So this is where the substitute comes in. We're going to substitute this equation for the x in this equation. You guys good if I move it down a little bit? So we're going to have 2 times negative y plus 3. Because that was our whole x, right? When you do substitution, you should only have one variable when you're dealing with 2 unknowns. So we have y here and y here. We don't have any x's, so we're good. Correct? What's the next step? Distribute. What do you get? Next. Like terms. Taylor letter. Subtract 6. What do you get?
Divide each step and then divide y equals.
What's y equal?
1. So x half equals 2 to be a greater than 2.
Say a little bit louder. That's the next step.
So then x half equals 2 if we're to put it back into the equation x equals 1 equals 3.
Right, so to get the other variable, we take whatever we got here and plug it back into one of the originals, one of the original equations. You can plug it into any of them, but we always want to find the easiest one, correct?
Yep.
So, which is the easiest one to plug into?
Y.
So we have x plus, what's our y?
1.
Equals,
3.
so what's x equal?
2.
And then how do we write our final answer? 2, 1. Okay, you write it as an ordered pair. Right, because in a way, this is what we're doing. So we have a graph. Okay? Right here is where they cross, correct? In a way, that's what we're doing. So in your last homework, you would put this as your answer, whatever this is. So when we write this answer, we do 2, 1. now this is the same problem again, but by elimination. I need to point out one thing. If this is on your test, and it says solve by any way you want, are you going to do this by elimination? No. Can you do it by elimination? Yes. Okay. So if we get if we have a variable that's 1 as a coefficient, what's this number right here? We should say, oh, I'm just going to solve for x and substitute back in. But I know for me, when I was your age, I really did not like elimination. So there'd be times, kind of really good with fractions, there would be times where she would be like, solve by elimination, and I would get around it by doing substitution. Okay? I don't want you to do that, but you can. So if we're doing elimination, what do you think we're going to have to do? Eliminate what? One of the variables. Well, which variable seems easiest to eliminate? Why? It doesn't matter which one, but we want the easiest way, right? So we want one of them positive, the other one negative, because we're going to add them. You guys remember that? We add on. So why? Because we already have a negative here. Everybody agree? So what are we going